Hello and welcome to Season Quest. My name's Lucy and join me and my friends Tom and Troy and Charlie as we get sleep experimented. I think that's the phrasing. I think that's how you say it. I think you get sleep experimented. Also, in TTRPG news, as of April 1st, the Yes and charity livestream is recruiting players, DMs, and backstage crew for their August show. Hosted by Penny from the Terrible Adventures of the Jandis and Brefford's Parchment Company. Such a long title every time I nearly die saying it. And co-hosted by Jules from Fate of Eisen, the Yes and charity stream is a wild, chaotic, 24-hour game of D&D that aims to raise money for the Cancer Society. To apply or get more information, email them at yesandcharitystream@gmail.com. That's yesandcharitystream@gmail.com. I feel like a real podcast producer. I just read an ad. I feel like a fucking hero. Anyway, enjoy the episode. I'm in a hotel. I go out into the hallway.
The door won't open.
Oh, cool. Does, the bathroom door open?
Yep.
Is there anything in there?
You open the bathroom door and you hear a sort of gasping noise coming from the bathroom. There's a shower curtain pulled over the, shower bath combo.
I pull it back. Oh my god, I'm so afraid. I hate this game, how it immediately gets me every time.
I'm going to get you to roll a fear check, Lucy, because when you pull it back, you see a dog that's lying there panting.
Fucking hell. Oh, I fell by 3.
You, almost as you open it, the dog looks up at you. You hear, through the static from the TV, a whisper that says something along the lines of, wake. And then the dog leaps at you, and you wake up, heart pounding.
I scream. I screamed in the dream, and I, wake up screaming.
Yeah, you wake up screaming, and you are screaming. And as you wake up, you look around, and everyone sort of is looking at you. And we'll just leave that there for now.
I don't like this game, Tom. I don't like sleep stuff. I hate this. I hate nightmares. I hate sleep paralysis. I didn't even like the one time I lucid dreamed that much. It was fine. And I'm also an insomniac. I hate all of this. I'm having a bad time.
Did you see that I added the narcoleptic disadvantage?
Oh my god, I did see that. I didn't take it because I was like, that seems like a fucking hassle. But that's such a good disadvantage.
Hello.
Hello.
I was thinking about taking that one, actually.
Charlie, Theodore.
Yep.
Everyone else is fast asleep. I'm not going to get everyone else to take off their headphones. I feel like this won't be too big of a deal. What do you want to do while you're pretending to be asleep?
I'm not going to peek my eyes open or anything because that could easily give me away, but I'm just going to be listening and waiting, I guess.
You'll hear something.
Yeah.
As you're listening, you hear again, you hear the same thing that Clamanfa was hearing, where it's the sound of other people doing their science experiments, but you also hear the scratching on the clipboard from Larry. You hear the occasional whisper, but not loud enough that you can make anything out. You sort of at one point you hear this twisting metal sound, you don't really necessarily you kind of recognize it at the back of your brain but can't put your finger on what it is. And then after about probably 2.5 hours of lying awake, just with your eyes shut, pretending to be asleep, you hear a blood-curdling scream from the futon, one of the futons next to you, and you turn over and you see Sally sitting upright, panting after just screaming, she's drenched in sweat, and everyone turns to look at her.
Yeah, so I shoot up. Sally, dear, what happened?
Shit.
I'm not crying, but through tears, I'm almost about to cry, frantically trying to explain, oh, it's just a nightmare and I'm fine, but fucking Jesus Christ, I'm fine. Is that part of the experiment? I ask Larry and Peter. I'm did it help?
No, that wasn't. That was not part of the experiment. And about 30 seconds later, an alarm goes off. It goes ding. And it's just a classic alarm clock. And Peter turns it off. It's that's kind of useless now because everyone's awake. Okay. I guess I mean, it kind of worked out, I guess. Is everyone up?
Well, now, yes.
Yeah. And he looks around, and everyone looks pretty awake, except for Riri. She's still sort of like fast asleep. And he goes, "Oh, Riri, wake up!" And she sort of rolls over and goes, "Sorry, yeah, sorry. What's going on?" And he goes, "Oh, sorry. Next part of the experiment, I guess."
Oh, there's a part 2. We don't just have to sleep.
Yeah. We're just gonna get you guys to walk around for a little bit. Just walk around the school for maybe like half an hour, and then you'll come back and try sleep again.
I feel that's fair. Can we walk with people or just on our own?
Yeah, of course you can walk with people. Why wouldn't you be able to walk with people? I mean,
I don't know if it goes with the parameters of your experiment, if it breaks some sort of the control or anything.
I would have said you have to walk alone.
Yeah. I know I'm asleep and not in this conversation, but since
you
we are
woke
using
up.
the... Oh, I did?
Everyone woke up to the scream.
I missed that bit, sorry.
Sorry, my bad. I said it to Lucy privately, and I forgot to say it to everyone else.
There was a scream.
Everyone woke up. Riri stayed asleep throughout the alarm and the scream, but you were all awake and stuff.
Were you just not listening, Troy?
And
yeah,
can I also
was asleep.
Sorry, before you guys go, can I also just quickly get, how was the sleep for everyone? Bertram goes, "I slept wonderfully."
Oh, wunderbar.
Wunderbar sleep. I saw in my dream und cow, and he writes. Larry writes that down, and then he sort of turns to each of you guys and asks, "How was your sleep?" So he turns to Theodore. He's like, "Theodore, how did you sleep?"
Yeah, I slept as well as I can on a sort of cushion as this. It wasn't my best sleep, I'll be honest. I'm used to a softer, larger bed, so it was a pretty light sleep, I'll say. Light sleep.
Light sleep, okay. Clamanfa?
I had a terrible sleep. I did drift off, but I did not sleep well. I was tossing and turning, and I didn't have any dreams, but it took me a while to get there, and I don't feel rested.
Okay. And
I'm just going to quickly make the joke I was going to make before you all roasted me for not listening.
Sorry.
Since we're in America, I think the paramiles is it's the paramiles of the experiment that we're looking at rather than the parameters. Okay, sorry. Carry on.
Thank you, Troy. We always appreciate your input.
Sally, your sleep? How is that?
Bad. I had a really awful nightmare.
Oh, do you want to care to elaborate on that, or do you want to just keep it?
Does it help for the experiment? I imagine it would. I woke up in a hotel.
Okay.
And I couldn't get out of the room, and the TV was just like this kind of awful static. And then there was a dog in the bathroom that attacked me, and it was not fun.
And Riri looks over to you and says, "I had that dream."
Huh?
Well, not the exact same, but I woke up in a hotel room, and I was fine. But, wow. So...
Was it a standard
similar
room, or like a suite, or...?
It was pretty sweet.
Just, like, plain. Was the TV going in your dream?
Ugh, dreadful.
Yeah, the TV was going. It was... I don't really remember, actually. It was kind of like... Yeah, maybe. There was definitely something going on. But I was in that hotel room. I remember waking up in a hotel room. That's such a crazy coincidence.
Yeah.
Were there... If you don't mind me prying, were there any identifying features within the hotel room that you might find commonly between your dreams?
I
mean, a
think
TV,
so.
a bed.
Did you open the door?
No, I stayed in the bed. I don't really remember what I did. I kind of just woke up, and then I sort of fell asleep and woke up again here, I guess.
Weird. Okay, let's walk around.
Yeah, and Larry goes and asks Wendy and Riri and Bertram about the... He already asked Bertram. And you guys can walk around.
Sally, if you don't mind, I'd care to walk with you just about.
Sure.
Do you, as we're walking, do you have those sort of nightmares often?
No, I don't.
Are you two walking
Think
alone,
so.
or am I, like, tagging along behind you?
You can tag along.
Cool.
I'll allow it.
I won't.
Oh,
I will. Couldn't shut you out, Troy.
thank you.
Sally, you seem like a reasonable, logical sort of person, and Clamanfa, you're here.
Thank you.
I would say, yes, I am reasonable and logical and bright. I know you didn't say that, but I know you were thinking it.
I sure, a bit of a mind reader, aren't you? I have some.
Don't say it around Clamanfa.
I just this test is. I love Peter, I do, and Larry's there too. I have some concerns that
Yeah.
I just want to run by you and Clamanfa.
What are you worried about?
As I stepped outside of the room, I overheard them whispering amongst themselves about the experiment. This was after the vomit incident, if you recall.
Yeah.
Oh, I recall.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. Thank you for that, Clamanfa.
And what did you hear?
I can't say that I heard too much, but I do believe I overheard the term sleeping pills, and that's if that's something that the experiment involves. I'll say I didn't sign any paperwork for that.
So what are you worried about?
I don't think they have drugged us, but if sleeping pills are involved and they haven't told us yet, I worry that they might. I don't know. It's a thing there that's sort of overhanging, and I don't want to be involved in any sort of sleeping pill study.
I don't want to be involved in any chicanery.
Chicanery.
Charcuterie.
You would never do medical trials.
Never.
They didn't give us any food or drink, so I don't see how they would have.
Right.
You gave us alcohol.
Okay.
But
well, I assure you I didn't put any sort of drug or anything into it. It's all pure.
I don't know.
There's
Something
no
made,
drugs in this whiskey. This whiskey is alcohol free.
something made me throw up. I'm not saying I have a low to no tolerance. I'm just saying, hey.
I will say that.
Well, maybe that's something they want to bring up later, but they haven't yet. And if they do, you can just say you don't want to take sleeping pills.
Right.
I just
Okay.
don't understand.
I don't know. It's just that they were
You
being
see-
so secretive about it. It was.
Well, they've kind of explained that they are doing that generally for the experiment, because if we get into our own head about it, it could change the outcome.
I did.
But it seems
they-
like you might be being a bit paranoid. Which
I
is
don't know,
weird, because I
because-
don't know why you would be paranoid, because it's not like we were in like a horror situation. It's not like you and I are freaking the fuck out.
I think I also heard them say something along the lines of we'll use it if we need it, or like we might need it, so keep it ready, or something along those lines. And it felt, I don't want to say the word sinister, but you don't
okay,
say
You
words
still
like.
said it.
What? So what exactly did you hear? Because before you just said you heard sleeping pills. What did they actually?
It was
say?
mumbles and whispers and chatterings on, and among the chatterings it was sleeping pill and if we need it, and hidden in the desk.
Maybe it was for
Well-
if somebody couldn't get to sleep, or perhaps they were gonna have one or two people have it. Try something different.
Sure. And I do I do say that paranoia is probably something that runs well within my family. We're all always clutching at our secret recipe, and people are all the other. We've got Jameson sort of peering over our shoulders, so we always have to be very
Wild
secretive.
turkey is up our arse right now. It's rather frustrating.
Well, I don't know. I guess we'll just see what happens, and just don't take sleeping pills if you don't want to. It is.
That's sound advice. Listeners at home, take note.
It's pretty
This has
easy
been
to
a
not give into
PSA.
peer pressure if you have a backbone.
It's easy
Listeners
not
at
to give
home?
in to peer pressure if your friends also don't give in to peer pressure.
Season Quest says, take drugs if you want to, but if you don't, we're fine with that.
You're still cool.
To us, you're still cool.
To us, you were never cool. You're listening to a D&D podcast. And not even a D&D podcast. It's our own home-written TTRPGs. What a fucking loser. The only thing worse is the four of us.
It makes sense that this episode's got 0 downloads.
Lucy's recording intros in the middle of episodes now.
Who knows, maybe that'll be the cutting point for episode 2.
You get a text, Troy. Do.
Oh my god, that is the ringtone I had in 2005.
Anyways, you get a text from Peter saying, "Hey Clamanfa, can you guys come back now? We're ready to start phase 3 of the experiment."
Guys, Peter wants us to go back to the classroom so they can start phase 3.
Let's go.
Okay. That's when all the Avengers get together.
No, it's not. That's like the first movie is when all the phase 1, the end
Phase
of that
1 is like all the intro movies. And then
No,
I
because
think-
that's when the Avengers happens. It's in phase 1. It's the end of phase 1,
Yeah, I
and then
think-
phase 2. End of phase 3 is like the last ones anyone watched. Endgame and the other one.
Okay, that's
Ifty
true.
War.
I'm sorry I'm not such a Marvel movie fuckhead.
Dole, you made the joke.
Tom Collins.
That was your bit.
Tom Collins, super well known for being a Marvel fan. I've seen all the movies, especially the ones of characters I don't know the name of.
What's your favorite scene from Thor: Love and Thunder?
Oh, it's got to be when Thor
The
pulls
scene
out
where
his
Thor
hammer
loves
and
that
Thor's
thunder.
all over the place. Anyways, you guys get back to the room, and there are 6 cups of water waiting for you. And Peter says, as part of the next part of the experiment, we're going to see whether or not a cup of water before bed helps you sleep better or worse than it did before.
Oh, excellent. I'm actually quite thirsty. Thank you very much.
No worries,
I
take a
kind
sip.
of give Theodore a look because I thought he was being quite paranoid before, but this is quite suspect.
Yeah, I'm not into this a lot or at all. You can probably see that on my face, Sally.
Yeah.
I'm like nodding my head, like trying to be subtle, like no.
I see that out of the corner of my eye as I finish my cup of water. Oh, we're playing. That's right. Troy's going to say and do the thing that we're not meant to do again. Damn it.
I just rolled a check to see whether or not Peter picks up on this, but he got an 8, so I think no.
Okay, sweet.
I pick up the water and I give it like a sniff to see if it smells weird or anything.
It smells like water, buddy. You can see the bottle that they used. They used Arrowhead. You can see it right next to the just like a bottle of water.
I take a sip to see if it tastes weird. Can I try
Yep.
to do this well?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and say you're rolling a no check.
Wow. Sorry. I passed by 1.
You sounded upset there, Lucy. Sorry.
I said wow because I dropped my dice and then I apologized because I make weird noises as a human being.
You passed by 1.
Yeah.
Tastes like water. I mean, you can't identify that it's necessarily Arrowhead. It might be tap water for all you know, but you're guessing based on the bottle that it's Arrowhead, and it tastes like water.
I finish the water.
Yep.
And I say quite quietly to Theodore, I think it's fine.
Okay. Peter, old chap, can I have a word with you real quick?
Sure thing. Teddy, what's up? In private or here?
Just to the side over here. Just over here.
Okay. Just over here to the side, in the corner of the room.
Yeah. Look, you know that I have this thing about like germs and dirt and those sorts of things, and it's really sort of debilitating. I would like if it shouldn't change the experiment in my mind at all because it is just water. If I could just sort of, because I don't like other people touching my cup and stuff. If I could just take a different cup and pour my own water into it.
Yeah, that should be totally fine, I guess. Larry, can Teddy pour his own cup? That's not a problem, right? And Larry just kind of goes.
The room as I was being a little bit more secretive about it.
I thought the secretive part was the fact that you were like a germphobe, not the fact that you were just pouring, because everyone will see you pour water from your own cup. I don't understand why
Well, that's something I hadn't considered. That's true.
Yeah, I don't get why that part had to be a secret.
Ew, is he pouring his own water? What a fucking weirdo.
Clamanfa, no comment.
Shut the fuck up. You go and you pour your own water straight from the bottle.
Okay. Yes, and I
how big of a cup?
A standard full cup of water? That question makes me nervous, but yes, a full cup of water.
Tom was going to see if you were an optimist or pessimist, but...
Yeah. I'm just planning to have Charlie piss himself later.
I pour the full cup, I drink it down, I consider now the fact that maybe it's possible that they put it in the bottle.
Can I hold my cup out towards Theodore for a refill?
In fact, it would have been more efficient to put it in the bottle and then pour it in the individual cups and put each pill into each cup. Fuck. Okay.
As you hold out the cup for Theodore, Larry steps forward. Is like, "Oh, we're just one cup per person. We don't want to we don't want to play with the data. So we're just keeping it standard."
Oh, all right. That's fine.
That
right.
nearly even confirms my suspicions. I'm thinking to myself.
And you guys all lie down to go to bed, and they turn off the lights again.
Even though I'm worried about having another nightmare, I'm going to try go to sleep because I'm committed to the experiment.
Yeah. And for Clamanfa and Teddy,
Yes.
I want you guys to also just roll to sleep, okay?
Okay. So that's a Hardy or a Grace.
Hardy or a Grace? Hardy.
I'm gonna go with Grace because that's a nice 7.
I went with Grace. I went with Grace last time, so I feel like I should do the same again.
Yeah, I would have passed either way anyway. I got a 4.
Cool.
Oh, that's real cool. I rolled a 10, so I failed by 3.
Shit,
I
I'm
passed
trying
by
to
6
pass.
and I'm not pleased because I don't want another scary dream to happen because it freaks me out. There's a dog! Oh my god! Sorry, a dog just genuinely started barking outside my room.
Yeah,
I was
our
real
neighbour's dog.
confused why you had a dog all of a sudden.
Now our neighbour's got a new puppy and it's very cute, but it's quite loud.
Hey guys, I'm coming round. I'll see you in a second.
Teddy and I can't remember your name, Lucy, ever. Sally.
That's the
You
one.
guys both drift off pretty comfortably. I'm gonna have a moment with Clamanfa, please.
Okay.
Hooray, I get a moment.
Goodbye.
Clamanfa,
Yes, Tom.
you don't feel like you fell asleep. You feel like you shut your eyes to go to sleep, but then you wake up in a room. Not a hotel room. You wake up in the classroom, but it's empty
Like, of furniture or just people?
of people and of most furniture as well. There's your futon in the center of the room where it was before. There's the other futons, but they're empty.
Oh.
And what do you want to do?
I guess I open my eyes and I'm like, in her head, you know, oh, I am having trouble falling asleep again. And I roll over maybe to grab one of my snacks and realize that it's not there, noticing that the other futon next to me is empty, and sitting up and looking around the room and realizing that, oh, I'm actually alone right now. She kind of worries a little.
Can you do a cool check for me?
Oh, I sure can. I've got +1, cool, because I'm on student government. I rolled a 5, so I beat it by 3.
You sit up, kind of calm, look around, and all the beds are empty. But you notice that there's sort of a shadow being cast oddly from the ceiling. And when you look up, you see what looks like a figure,
Oh.
sort of hugging the corner of the room, but
Oh.
up near the roof.
Yeah.
You can't really make out anything from the figure. It's too dark, but you can see this figure. And
Okay.
as you look at this figure, you realize that you can't move.
Shit. Okay. I don't know why I went to... I'm annoyed you said I can't move because I was about to check to see if my flashlight was with me. That kind of runs through her head, grab the flashlight, but she can't
you
move.
can't.
And I guess she just kind of start breathing quickly.
Start breathing quickly. You start hyperventilating.
A little bit, yeah.
You feel this tightness in your chest that you haven't felt in like ever before, really. Like
Yeah.
it's like this really real fear. So I'd like you to roll a fear check for me. As you feel something grab your shoulder very lightly, and alongside your rapid breathing, you hear
No! So I take it the fear check is just 2d6 again?
Yep, 2d6 against your fear of 5.
I rolled a 9.
The hand grabs your other shoulder, and you feel yourself be sort of pulled slightly towards the corner of the room, away from this figure.
Oh, so the opposite corner to the figure.
Yeah.
That makes
And
sense
the
'cause it's behind
breathing
me.
is slow and calm, but your breathing is still rapid, and it whispers in your ear,
Oh no.
"We want to help." And Troy, or Clamanfa, you're not
Yeah.
yourself anymore. You are now a sleepwalker. And your goal is to get other people to be sleepwalkers too. So you want them to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
I do.
And you want them to fall asleep while you stay awake.
Oh,
But
okay.
no matter what, you're not going to quite be awake.
Yeah.
You're not going to quite be asleep. You're going to be somewhere in between the whole time.
Great.
And
Thanks,
as you
Tom.
look up, Clamanfa,
Yeah.
you're not really Clamanfa anymore at all, but you're still aware of who Clamanfa is and how Clamanfa should act. And you
Yeah.
see everyone around you. And you see Larry taking notes on his clipboard. You've been sleepwalking.
Oh,
But that's
shit.
right. That's what you're supposed to do. It's always great to get you first, Troy, because you're such a good betrayer.
Oops.
All right. I'm going to get the other people in now.
I'm home.
Whoa. Looking like a snack today, Tom.
Thanks very much, Charlie. You're supposed to bully me when I turn my camera on.
Sorry. Yuck.
So, Troy didn't sleep very well. Clamanfa did not sleep very well. But but the rest of you, Theodore and Sally, you both sleep pretty good.
Yeah.
You actually, you kind of don't dream, Sally, this time. Theodore, you also don't dream. This is your first, you were already kind of tired because you hadn't slept the last time, and forcing yourself to stay awake can kind of take a bit of a toll on you.
Yeah.
And
Exhausting.
you wake up to the ding of the alarm, and you see Clamanfa in the corner of the room, sort of standing up, while Larry and Peter take notes.
Oh, heavens, that was a good rest. What's going on over there, Clamanfa?
Can I ask how long these kind of sessions are, Tom, in terms of sleeping? How long do you reckon they've been going
The
to
first
sleep?
one was about 2.5 hours. This
Oh,
one
nice.
was more like an hour.
Okay.
And after you had come to in the corner, the other people, the alarm went off and the other people woke up
Nice.
too. You woke up at the same time as everyone else. Larry sort of taps his pen on the paper, whispers something to Peter, and goes, "Looks like we've got ourselves a sleepwalker. That's pretty exciting. So take a note of that."
Oh, I'm standing here. I didn't even realize I'd gotten up. That's... Oh.
Well, it's funny because we actually, normally I think it's pretty rare to have sleepwalkers, but we've got 2 in this room, so that's pretty exciting as well.
2. Who else has been sleepwalking?
And you notice that Riri's not in her bed.
Where is she?
She just went out, I'm guessing bathroom or something, but yeah,
While
sleepwalking.
she was sleepwalking?
I don't know.
And you guys didn't think to keep an eye on her?
We don't want to you don't want to disturb a sleepwalker. There's
there's
people
2 of
around.
you.
There's tons of people around. They'll be able to notice if anything's going on.
It's just odd to me that within the experiment you wouldn't want to observe the one who left the room when there's 2 of you. One could... I don't know. Not my experiment.
Peter, why don't you go find her? And Peter goes, "Yeah, okay, sure." And he leaves, and he goes to find Riri. You guys notice that? Do a no check for me.
Okay. Fail by 2.
Go by 2.
God. Fail by 5.
Pass by 5.
I have rolled so many 10s.
Sally, you're the only one who notices the sort of people there was like sort of a bit of, like you could always hear people doing stuff because they're all staying up for the lock-in. You can't hear anyone at the moment.
I mean, it'd be what, 1 in the morning?
Yeah, it's pretty late. They're probably pretty tired. Probably sleep time.
I'm aware of it, but not worried.
Sweet.
Which is a fucking lie, by the way. Sally's not worried, Lucy's worried. I'm always worried.
Larry walks up to everyone and is like, so how was our sleep? How was our sleep?
For me, it was actually a lot better than my first one. I feel like I slept quite soundly.
Oh, so I guess maybe the glass of water helped.
Yeah.
Maybe we can sort of think that hydration could help with your sleep patterns. Because what about you, Wendy and Bertram? Wendy's like, yeah, I slept pretty good. Bertram goes, again, I slept wunderbar. I love the way that you Americans do this thing where you wake up multiple times in the night. It really stretches out the day.
Oh,
Bertram, that's not usual.
Yeah, that's not the standard. Is it your first day in America?
No, I just sleep. I haven't slept with other people very often. Huh?
Yeah, fair enough. It was
Do you
an odd
sleep-
thing to presume.
Is it an American thing to sleep in the same bed as your family?
Well, I assumed
God,
that,
no.
like, you might be, if you're an exchange student, you're, like, staying with a host family?
Yeah, and I'm asleep when I'm asleep, so I don't know if they're waking up.
He really tells it like it is. I like Bertram.
I like Bertram too.
It's alright, yeah.
Bertram, did you have any
Lucy
any,
does not
any
like
dreams
Bertram.
about any dreams about any farm animals or anything this time?
Well, I did have a dream, and it was interesting because in the dream I was quite conscious, and I thought to myself, this is similar to what Sally and Riri were describing.
A hotel?
I was in, I suppose, a hotel. I don't know what this accent's become. A hotel? I suppose it could be described as a hotel, and it was quite small. And there was a TV running with static, and when I changed the channels, it was saying something to me, which was interesting. So, yeah, I suppose...
What did it say?
Oh, it was saying things like, wake up and stay asleep. And it was interesting because quite conflicting messages, But yes, it was saying things like that to me. Wake up, stay asleep, don't leave, stay, go, leave while you can. Interesting little dichotomies.
That's creepy as all hell.
Interesting. In America, Bertram, that could be considered quite an upsetting dream, almost.
Well, in
terrifying.
Germany, there is very little joy, so we take what we can get. And
In
honestly,
Germany, we have the Sleepenhosen, which is a little demon that eats you while you sleep.
you will wake up every night with a little guy nibbling your toesy woesies, and you're never going to have these sorts of dreams of TVs speaking to you, speaking. And interestingly, I did a dream in German. I dreamt in English, which I haven't done yet before. So very interesting indeed. I normally think in German because I am from Germany.
Oh, it's like an immersion sort of thing. It's like sort of setting in, or
Yes, cultural shock syndrome, I believe they call it.
sure.
Peter comes back in, sort of looking worried. Larry, can I speak to you? Maybe could you wake up Mr. Henderson as well? I don't.
What's wrong?
Don't worry about it, you guys. It should be fine.
Is Rio alright? Because that's...
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the issue. I'm not sure where she's gone. So...
Well, let's split up and just find her.
Yeah, okay.
Ugh.
Why don't we... I mean, there's even number of us, so why don't we split up into groups of 2 and go and see what we can do?
Quick, which one of us are we going to leave out? I'm going with Troy.
Why
Would you choose to go with Clamanfa?
Teddy,
What
why
the
don't I go
fuck?
with you, since we're buds?
Okay.
And Larry can go with my sister for some reason, and Bertram can go with... Wait, no, Larry can go with Mr. Henderson, Bertram can go with Wendy. That sounds good to me. That's even, right? Yeah. I can't believe that worked out so well. Thank God we have a teacher with us. Mr. Henderson is like, oh, I'm sure it's fine. I mean, the school's locked, right? So what can she do? Can't go far. Probably in the courtyard, sleeping or something, Wah, wah. Girls are crazy. Probably on her period. Probably on the rag.
Mr. Henderson,
Huh?
I am losing respect quickly.
I didn't have stacks to start with.
You had respect for Mr. Henderson? I thought we all hated him.
Let's go, Clamanfa.
Alright, I've got my cell phone on me if anybody needs to stay in touch.
Yeah, I'll text you if we see anything. What happened to your cell phone, Teddy?
There was this whole thing about
Sending pornography to my father's friends.
It was just as
Looks-
high scores for
reply
Snake.
reply and reply all are both very similar. You can easily make a mistake, and when you send out some childish things to your father's business partners, you lose custody of. It's not important. I don't have
custody.
my phone.
I'll
I lost custody of my cell phone.
a walkie-talkie.
Larry says, "I'll take the walkie-talkie, Sally. I don't have a phone or anything, and Wendy's too young or old.
Pete has
Wendy's
the phone,
older.
so we have contact.
I give it to Teddy, and it gets taken from him.
Well, I thought you would. You can give it to Teddy. It just feels unnecessary because Teddy's going with Peter, who has a phone and can communicate with Clamanfa.
Oh, I thought it was a different grouping. Okay, yeah, I'll give it to the other guy then.
Right.
Do we need to go over the grouping again? Clamanfa
No, we
is with
don't.
Sally. Theodore is with Peter. Larry is with Mr. Henderson, who thinks that.
Tom, I'm gonna tell you right now. You can tell me 100 times. I'm not gonna remember. Names are hard.
Bertram von Clinton.
It's with Wendy.
Wendy.
I walk away, and I'm gonna go look in the science labs because that's my happy place.
Charlie, do you want to pull up the map and you can tell me where you want to go as well?
Okay.
Yeah, I loved how we discussed that, Lucy. No, I'm fine. I'm kidding.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
follow
just joking. I'm just joking. So, do you mean the chemistry lab?
Yeah, and
Cool.
that section.
Yeah, sounds good. Where do you want to go, Teddy? I'll go anywhere with you. Worth
I've-
noting though, I've already checked the music room and the bathrooms because that's what I did. I couldn't I looked up the hallway.
Okay. Well, I feel as though that in a sleepwalking sort of state, one might go to things that are familiar in their waking time, and I don't think that old Riri spends a lot of time in the library. So let's instead go downstairs and maybe check the staff room. Maybe she hangs out with teachers. I don't know.
She's a cheerleader.
Oh, Riri does not hang out in the library, but boy howdy does she get around the staff room.
Well, I was looking to see some sort of like practice room or gym or something, but then I recalled that we don't have one of those in our school because it's
I mean, we
Well,
can.
but you do. It's just in a separate building from where the lock-ins happen.
right.
I mean, we'll
Right.
probably all look around multiple rooms if we
Yeah.
don't find her quick.
Yeah, maybe we check some of the downstairs classrooms.
Yeah, sure. Should we start with? We'll start with Teddy and Peter. So, do you guys want to take off your headphones?
Yeah, we
Troy,
do.
and
Sure thing.
And then you guys both get to keep your headphones on while Charlie has to take his off and be separated.
Bye.
Peter walks with you, and as you're walking, you guys are pretty good friends. He's kind of like,
Yeah.
Are you all good, Teddy? You've been acting like really weird tonight, like very suspicious of things.
It's
And,
just Pete, old chap. You know how I feel about Larry. I've never really been close with him. I don't really much enjoy his company. I'll say that. And I know we've had our scuffs about that before, and I just have to get to know him and all that. But I just don't think we really vibe.
No, I totally get it. I mean, Larry, he can be pretty confrontational at times, but also like, you know how you can get. So
Sure. The thing that gives me to sort of hold on to all of this is I'll be honest with you, Pete. I overheard when I walked out of the room after the whole vomit situation. I did overhear you, more Larry, talking about possibly using sleeping pills, and that just sort of made me uncomfortable. And I've felt sort of that sort of, I don't know, put me into this sort of vicious cycle in my own mind of being like, is he going to try to drug me or something? And I know that's not the case at all, but
Sleeping pills.
I don't know. Yes.
Teddy, those are for Larry. You know he's got the insomnia thing going on. It's just like if he because the experiment's not going to go all night. We're going to be finished in hopefully like a few hours.
Oh.
It's for when he has to go to sleep. That's why he put them in the drawer so that no one would take him.
Well, I completely misunderstood, and that's what sort of got me all weird and suspicious, and I apologized. That was probably a knock on Larry's character.
No, it's totally fine. It's just like, I mean, I don't understand why you would think we would use sleeping pills in a high school experiment. It's just for fun, you know? It's for the science of it.
I don't know why I thought that either. It sounds quite silly saying it out loud now. I feel better. I feel more relieved. I'm sorry all of that came through.
It's okay. Hey, Teddy, if it would make you feel better, and Larry wouldn't want me to say this, but if it would make you feel better, I can tell you what the experiment's about. Not going to ruin anything.
Sure, I would. I've been grievously curious about all this.
Basically, what we're looking at is how the effects of being woken up and put to sleep and woken up has the effect on the sleep cycle. Does it make you sort of perform better? And it feels like you guys aren't even that tired, which is really great. But also, I mean, there's the thing of the sleepwalking thing, where that's pretty interesting. So we could see whether or not that leads anywhere. But it's not like, I mean, it's tough. You know, we don't have much time to work with it. You can only do it in a day.
Right.
So
right. You can't sort of study the after effects or anything. But
yeah, to be honest, it's Larry's idea. I think it's a pretty shit experiment. I don't think we're gonna get a super good grade for it. But whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll get any of the. I don't want to dog the man, but I don't think you'll get strong results of just one day of using it. I speak outside of my expertise, but it's
totally fine.
Not
it's
much.
Totally fine. And you guys get to the staff room, and you notice that as you've been walking through, you sort of didn't notice it while you were talking because you were so engaged. But when you open the staff room door, knowing that there should be staff in there, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, even just, like, somebody there, like, because there were some students in the staff room. There's no one there.
Yeah.
The whole place seems kind of empty.
Where, if I can just be direct, where is everyone?
I don't know. Was there a team here?
Yes, I remember seeing people set up as we walked to our spot within the staff room. And
that's weird.
Did we miss something? Is there some sort of maybe event outside that everyone went to that we slept through? Maybe, or
he looks through one of the windows and it's like kind of like the windows are like sort of fogged over, so he kind of like wipes it down. He's like, no, I can't see anyone in the courtyard either. Actually, that's weird.
Do you think it's possible that maybe the event itself got like cancelled midway through while we were in one of our sleeping sessions?
Well, me and Larry are awake, so we would have heard about it.
Oh, true. And they would have told us. They would have.
Yeah, they would have knocked on the door and woke us up. I mean, there's plenty of other people upstairs. I'm sure. I mean, I remember the
were there
Lego. I don't know.
When we came down here, were there people as we were walking along our way? Because we walked by the Lego robotics room, and we would have heard the clicking and clacking of Lego bricks fitting together perfectly.
I mean, surely they're just asleep. It's like 1 a.m., you know? I don't know. Do you smell that?
Do I?
You smell this, like... It's kind of, like, faint for you. It almost, like, just hits your nostrils. It smells kind of, like, rotting.
Oh, heavens. I don't like that.
Do you want to check it out?
Not particularly, but my curiosity is currently overtaking my disgust, so I guess so.
You kind of head into the staff room where you can smell the smell is coming from, and the staff room it's like nice staff room. They have like, you know, they have like that. They have an electric kettle, which is so rare in the US. They got
It's not.
It is. I know Americans talk about how uncommon it is, and how weird it is that we boil water with a jug instead of microwaving it. There's a microwave, and there's a fruit bowl. In the fruit bowl, like it's dark, so it's hard to see, but you can tell that the smell's coming from the fruit bowl.
Oh God!
You
Did
hear
they
like
not replace their fruit?
You hear a sort of buzzing sound. He's like, yeah, fucking, it reeks in here, huh? Oh my God.
I don't want to get any closer, to be honest. Can you see? Is it the fruit itself? There's buzzing as well. Maybe there's insects around it.
Peter walks up and like looks into the bowl and just recoils. He's like, oh my God, it's all like, it's like moldy. You know what I mean? Like, it's wet. Can you roll a fear
God,
check for
okay,
me?
stop.
Teddy?
Yeah, stop describing it to me, Peter.
And there's flies. Oh my god, it reeks.
Ugh. Yeah, I rolled a 4, and my fear is 4.
Meats don't beat, but you won't lose a fear point for this.
Okay.
Instead, you feel very short of breath, and you sort of just have to. I have to leave this room now.
Yep. Yep.
And Peter doesn't
she's,
notice.
She's not in here. I'm leaving. I just can't. I can't. I leave.
And as you leave, you realize that Peter didn't really even react to what you said. Where are you going? Do you think you're feeling pretty sick after that? Probably want to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I want to go to... Because... Wait, let me check the map real quick.
The nearest toilet is just down the hallway.
I know that there's a toilet right next to one of the staff rooms, and I know that's the one they keep the cleanest because it's next to the staff room.
It's the staff toilet,
Yeah. Yeah, so I go to that one. Just to sort of, go to the sink and, wash my face and, cool down.
And as you wash your face, you look up and the mirror is, so dirty that you can't even see yourself in it.
Oh,
but
no.
When you look a little closer, you can see someone's behind you. And we're just going to cut back to Troy and Lucy now.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Alive.
I'm back and in a big, big way.
Cool.
Here in audio
Charlie,
form.
you're going to have to take your headphones off.
I'm leaving.
You're
Bye.
leaving. So where were you guys heading? You were heading to the chemistry lab, right?
Sure were.
Yeah.
You guys head out of the classroom and you walk towards the chemistry lab. Anything you want to talk about while you're on the way there?
So, Sally, do you have a boyfriend or somebody in class you're interested in?
Oh my goodness, we can have girl time gossip. I can make something up. No.
Wow, that was some improv masterclass right there.
You know what they say is the best thing to do in improv? Just no. Not even no
say
but.
no.
Just no.
What about you?
So how long have you worked at this restaurant? I don't.
Well, I used to think Larry was a real cutie, but now that Bertram's in our classroom, I really like his voice. I think a really attractive voice is really attractive in a boy.
Fair enough. I mean, that'd be cute. I can see it. I like that.
We'd be Bertramfa. Or
I
Clam
like that
Tram.
less. Clam truce.
Clam trim. Oh my god, Clamanfa von Strinkledong. As you guys are talking,
You write
you're
it in
walking,
curly handwriting in your notebook.
With a heart.
you walk towards the chemistry lab, and you would hear this first, Sally, because it's a sound you're familiar with. You hear a hiss of the Bunsen burner being turned on.
Ooh, I am very intrigued. So we go in, and I automatically grab my lab coat off the coat rack and put on
you
my
grab your lab
goggles.
coat. You step into the empty chemistry lab where there's just a Bunsen burner running somewhere.
Can I see it?
There's Bunsen burners sort of set up, but none of them are on fire. You can just hear that hissing that you're so familiar with.
I am sprinting around the room trying to find which one's on, which one has gas coming out.
Yeah.
Because I imagine it's just been left on for ages. And
Yeah,
I
I
tell
mean, the
Clamanfa
smell
to
is
get
terrible.
out.
The smell is terrible, and you can feel how this is because you're inhaling gas right now. You can feel it it makes you a little lightheaded just to sort of be in the room.
I'm yelling for Clamanfa to get out, and I open a window.
Out of the
to try and
room?
get-
Okay,
Yes.
Why?
The gas is going. Get a teacher.
Oh, I thought it smelled. Oh, okay, I'll go find a teacher. Mr. Henderson? Mrs. Clark Wall?
Do I manage to find the one that's
Clark Wall.
I don't know, I panicked.
There's usually an emergency switch to turn off all the gas.
Yeah, you would know where that is. So you can just scrunch that to turn off the gas.
I immediately do that. And
Aside
I
from
don't
that,
waste any time doing anything else, because that would have been silly and impractical.
well, in the panic, you probably would have just tried to find the Bunsen burner that's going before you
Yeah, fair
realised and sort of calmed yourself down. Oh, that's right. There's a gas knob that I can turn off to disable all the gas. And Clamanfa, you step out and you're yelling to...
Well, I called out for a teacher. I said,
Yeah.
Mr. Clarkwall and Mr. Henderson.
And there's no response, and you realise that the school feels very empty.
No.
Super quiet. Your, like, voice echoes through the hallway.
Hello? 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 Hello?
I go back to the science room, and obviously she's opened... Did you say you opened a window?
Yeah. Although the gas from Bunsen burners sinks, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would be very helpful.
I didn't hear you say you opened a window. But when you try to
Okay.
open the window, they stay stuck.
Fuck, really? Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm like, we have to get out.
And when you're pushing
This
on
is
the
bad.
window, it doesn't feel like the window is, like, locked or anything. It feels like stuck. Like, you know how our gate gets loosey?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's that, like, oh my god, the wood has, like,
Warped because of the heat or
grown
something.
and warped. Yeah.
I come running back into the classroom.
I can't find anyone out there.
And I close the door behind me. And I'm just like, what do we do?
Leave. We might have to evacuate. Like, this is really bad. That must have been going on for hours.
Can you do a hardy check for me, Luce?
Yep. Fail by 1.
You feel, like, sick from this, like, gas. You can feel, like, a sort of wooziness. And
I'm trying to get out of the room.
Should I roll
you,
as
like,
well?
you only
I
just
guess I
got in
just
the room,
came
so I
in.
think you're fine. As you're trying to get out, you kind of, like, sink and you grab onto a chair. You can feel yourself, like, starting to faint.
I'm trying to, like, hold myself up onto, like, a desk or something. Because I know if I hit the ground, that's going to be even worse because the gas sinks. And that's where I'll be, like, at its highest density. This makes me sound like I actually know things about science.
Let's
And I love that.
Let's get a cool check from you, Sally. And we'll also get one
Pass
from
by
you.
4.
Pass
Me?
by 4, awesome. And we'll get one from we'll get a cool or grace check to see whether or not you can, like, recognize what's going on with Sally Clamanfa.
Oh, I rolled a 3, so I beat it by 5.
Awesome. You recognize that Clamanfa is, like, starting to
I'm Clamanfa,
faint.
but she's
Sorry,
Sally
you
and she's
recognize that
fainting.
Sally is starting to faint, but Sally, you're, like, you're sort of, like, thinking, despite the fact that your brain feels like it's moving through molasses, you are thinking kind of quickly. You get towards the door where Clamanfa is standing.
And we open the door and leave.
I hold out my hand to, like, grab you, like, to help you up.
Sally, give me your hand.
I'm very much leaning on you in this situation.
Yeah, I pull you in close, and I place my hand over your nose and mouth.
I don't know if that's helpful yet, but okay. Maybe.
No, I pinch your nostrils and cover your mouth.
It's probably pretty helpful.
And
You
we-
don't want to breathe in the poisonous gas.
But I do need to generally breathe. And we exit. Can we exit, please? Can we exit?
I mean,
Tom?
Yeah, it's up to... Yeah, I guess so. If you leave.
I don't open the
what you
door. I hold down... I hold down Sally.
What? Thank you for listening. You can find us at Season Quest Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I reckon I could have just used the same outro for every episode I record by myself, because I think I say it the same every time. I think every time it's thank you for listening. You can find us at Season Quest Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's so ingrained. It's really ingrained. Is it the same every time? I should make a supercut. I'm not going to make a supercut. Okay, bye!